Welcome back, all our Healthier, Happier You fans. I'm Al Levine, the talking machine of Pittsburgh Sportsline with Bethany Montecalvo.
Yeah.
Here today, we're on hiatus, but we're going to start up monthly again. And today's topic's going to be about the ketogenic diet, or as we want to say, lifestyle. Bethany is back with us. She wants to tell you a little bit about her hiatus.
Yes. So since the last time, I've missed being here and I've missed being with you guys and the crew. So just a few amazing things have just kind of happened in my life a little bit. Okay, I shall. So I am, as you know, a union makeup artist in television and film, and I still do that, but my heart's desire has wavered a little bit. I feel very called, just pulled into wellness and beauty and just in the industry of kind of creating my own brand. And I live in Pittsburgh, 60% and 40% in Tampa, Florida. I know Pittsburgh people, don't be jealous of me, but I love the seasons here. I'm very much a Pittsburgh girl. I love our fall and our winter. But needless to say, I am opening up a business that soon will be launching. It's called Frumoasa. That's Romanian for very beautiful, and it's about ethical stem cells. So basically,
amazing.
Thank you, mamas that have to give birth to their babies. The umbilical cords that were thrown away, we harvest and we take for good.
Great.
And we're going to be a company that's selling them to medical spas to be able to use for microneedling and stem cells. And we'll have our own skincare line, which will be launching soon. And I'm just excited and blessed to be a part, and this is so much my heart, so I'm just thankful to be here.
That is just awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
And you're still doing the Go Organics?
Yes, so basically I was known for Go Organic. That is still me, but that's such, whenever I was young, I was like, Go Organic. Okay, everything's organic now. Not really, but everything is. So now
you're at a different stage.
Yes, so people call me, now my business page on Facebook is Healthy Beauty by Bethany. So
I've seen your videos.
Did you like them?
Yes.
Thank you.
They're excellent and well done.
Thanks.
And they're a lot of fun, too.
Thank you. I try to be fun.
It seems to be.
Thank you. Yeah.
And we're going to have some fun on this show.
We are.
Because Healthier, Happier You's back.
Yes.
You can like our page. We have 1,008 likes on our page. So we
do.
appreciate all the likes and
do.
you watching our shows. And
to comment, if you guys have any ideas for shows or anything that you really want to learn about, please let us know on our page, because we would love to be able to give you guys what you want to see from a local Pittsburgh station, you know?
Definitely. We're open to that.
Yes, and it's a brand new studio. Guys, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Yes.
Thanks to Dave Cable and the Bethel Park community.
Dave's amazing.
Look at this.
And the Bethel Park community. It's amazing.
How about the lighting? Look at how my tan looks.
Okay, listen. Can I just stop you right now?
Tan.
Guys, if I go out for 5 minutes or an hour, I burn. I look like, a crispy fry. This fella over here goes out for 10 minutes, and this is what we're working with right here.
20 minutes a day. I get 20,000 IUs of D3.
5 minutes a day, organic spray tan. I do it, non-toxic 5 food-based ingredients. Not selling you or anything, just saying. But you look great. It's natural, and we do need that sun, and we are deficient in that in Pittsburgh. So
and you do have to watch being in the sun, because there's a lot of problems that you could develop.
Everything, and what do they say? Moderation.
Moderation. And I try at least 20 minutes a day sipping today's tea of choice.
Can I give you a little ding? There you go.
Lung Ching, 4th grade.
Love it.
Otherwise known as Dragonwell. The Emperor of China used to drink it a couple thousand years ago.
Which I asked him, I said, if we drink that because it came from like an emperor, is that going to make us like royalty kind of?
I feel royal today.
I feel like that's a pretty legit answer. So thank you.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so do you want to like get into it?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's not wait any longer.
Let's just dig in. So, okay, we both watched
Magic Pill.
Yes. It was on, we found it on Netflix, and we watched it. And it's interesting, and I thought we both, wanted to watch so we could get our own perspective.
Sure.
But I we were discussing, I cringe at the thought when people say diets because it makes me feel immediately, I can't, I'm not allowed. So I like the word lifestyle. Does that sound like
Well,
good to you?
I agree with you because I've
Yeah.
been bombarded with diets my whole life. I've lost weight, maintained my weight, and I
Yeah.
call it a lifestyle.
Yeah, it is because it's a journey because you're not going to, every day you're not going to be on point. But it's about when you aren't on point, getting up and getting back on the horse, you
Well,
know?
I get more compliments. I'm truly blessed by God and how I look. I got the radio voice and the TV face. So my ego doesn't get in the way
You
of many
are
conversations.
blessed. I get it. You
So-
are. That's true. That's true in your skin.
Yes.
You are.
And
you don't do
I
anything.
had bad skin where I had to go to dermatologists.
I don't believe
and
that.
I did.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. They put me on tetracycline. My teeth are gray because of that. And things like that happen because of the antibiotics that
Yeah.
they gave you. They used to try to put me under a sun lamp. And I thought, well, why don't we just get tan?
Right.
And it's in the winter, and he's put me under a sun lamp for 10, 15 minutes. But I went through that with
Yeah.
bad skin. So
Yeah,
thank you for
I
your
get that.
compliments.
Yeah.
But I do try to eat healthy, although
Yeah.
at times, I don't.
We have our good and our bad days, but it's just about understanding the main goal and the main purpose is to be well, not to look a certain way. Look a certain way when you look fly is the after effects of being well. So,
Well
you know,
spoken.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you.
And getting back to the movie
Sure.
here,
Sure.
it was very interesting, lifestyle
Yeah.
changing for people.
Yeah.
And just a great movie. If you can watch it on Netflix, Magic Pill is the show.
Yeah.
It was just an awesome
It was.
show. They were debunking the old time pyramid
Mm-hmm.
that showed you how you should eat. And they said, here's what was unique. They flipped it.
Flipped it over.
Said you should flip it over. Don't worry about fats.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll delve into this a little bit later, but I've already believed in eating nuts and olive oil and
Yes.
different oils like
So
that.
let me ask you this. What made you think that that's so-called right? What that is good. That's a good fat. Do you just
Well-
always think this can be bad for me? It's
Well, I just wondered how they designated it. And then as I
Yeah,
got older,
yeah.
I kept hearing about lobbyists lobbied for this or people paid for that. And I'm against the lobbyists spending millions, if not billions of dollars and telling you what to eat and
Right.
what's good or bad for you, like butter. They told us butter was bad and to have margarine, which margarine's like 3 molecules away from plastic.
fake. Yeah.
And so I haven't done that for years, and I'd get in arguments about butter.
Yeah.
I go, I like it, and I like eggs.
Yeah.
And people go, you shouldn't be eating that. Now
Yeah.
they tell you, eat eggs, have
Right.
butter.
Pish. Everyone has their opinion,
Yeah,
right?
so luckily I'm a little bit contrary by nature,
Yeah.
so I think it worked out.
It worked out for you. That's
Yes.
great. That's great. Well, we kind of wanted to chat with you guys. We wrote some statements together and then we just wanted to go over like what that meant to us. And this doesn't mean that this is everyone's
It's not written in
truth.
stone.
Everybody's
Yeah.
body is different. When I health coach clients, everybody's body is different. Some people are meat eaters, some people are veggie eaters. So we're just here to educate you. You guys decide what's best for y'all. I think is the,
You
is
can
the right
pick
thing.
and choose
Yeah,
and make your
absolutely.
own lifestyle choices.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we wanted to, for you guys, define what ketogenic means because everyone's like, I eat keto. You know, that's the way. That's my lifestyle. We're basically what that is. It's a high fat lifestyle. I'm taking out diet with
Low carbs.
low carb,
Low carbs.
adequate protein. Yes, it's a low carb diet. Some people almost no carbs, but yes, there's carbs and veggies and everything that we
Sure.
eat. And it was basically derived for medicine, primarily used to, it says, with epilepsy in children. It helped tremendously, attention deficit. So
Imagine that with all the medicines they give you
I hear that.
And
Imagine that.
to talk about
Yep.
healing yourself through food.
Yep.
And this is what you're talking
Which
about.
right, which is I feel that we're getting more okay with the aspect of using food for thy medicine, but I still think it's slow. But the thing that kind of boggles my mind that we'll talk about, why is that something that we doubt? Because before there was the medicine, what were we going to?
Hold it, for a couple million years.
Yeah,
People
yeah, guys.
grabbed berries and
Yeah.
fruit and vegetables and started growing things and,
There you go. There you go.
and killing animals to eat them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep. And I always like to ask my clients or even my friends when we're chatting about this, how do you feel overall as a person? You know, how do you feel? Do you feel fine?
I feel good.
Yeah, I feel, well, there's a well, yes. You also put time into researching that. You also put time into watching your food and seeing like how you feel. We are in a society where if we don't feel good, let's pop a pill. Oh, I just have a headache. My chest just hurts. I'll get over it. Our body's so amazingly made that it's made for a distinct purpose that it alerts us. If something isn't right, we have a headache. You're not getting a headache just because you're getting a headache. You could be dehydrated. There could be 1,000 different things,
it could
right?
be health issues.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
definitely.
So it's definitely something that we need to be more in tune with our body and
Well,
listen to.
I've always experimented on myself.
Yeah.
With vitamins and nutrition.
Yes.
Like years ago, I was in a production department at the newspaper, and I got into my 30s and my elbows and hands were hurting. Mm-hmm. So I found glucosamine, chondroitin, and MSM. And that helped me.
Yeah.
And I felt better because I worked with different guys all ages from
Yeah.
20 to 80. And they had issues. Some had to have surgery and things. So I sort of healed myself nutritionally that way with vitamins. Then I found out something later about your pH balance. Most of us
good.
are acidic because of what we eat and the sugars we put in our body.
So true.
So
Another great
right
topic.
now I don't take any glucosamine,
Yeah.
chondroitin, or MSM because I drink pH balanced water and I try to keep my body balanced like about 7.3
Yeah.
and try to keep it more alkaline instead of acidic.
Ooh, that's a whole nother show.
But
That's
that'll
awesome.
be another
I love
show.
that. So
But
you're so
that's
on point.
one of the things I practice because you have to have like fundamentals that
Yes.
you do follow.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I know you
that's
guide
good.
people in that direction.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's awesome.
I went off
statement.
on a little tangent.
No, I
but
love it.
This is
I love
part
it.
of the lifestyle that we're
Yeah.
talking
So,
about.
so what I guess what we're trying to say is that what we've been taught is fundamentally flawed. I feel it's wrong. We are, and
I'll
I know
second
that's,
that
and I know
emotion.
that's a statement
Yes.
like to
It's
say.
true. I'll drink to that.
Right? Thank you. Because I feel that we have to be smart consumers in everything that we buy, whether it's food, whether it's houses, whether if you're walking into a topic that you don't know, I almost feel completely, if it's something that I'm not extremely educated in, I feel like, where do I start?
Get a book.
Yeah, like where do you start? It's really our
And that-
job just to start, walk in it, right?
And that's what I've done. I've talked to people like yourself and others.
Yeah.
And then I've researched it because,
That's it.
you know, we're doubting Thomases on what
Sure.
we hear.
Sure.
Because some people embellish things. I know at times I might embellish things, but I'm
No.
positive about stuff. So I'm in a happy way.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I embellish things, but I always read 1 or 2 or 3 different books on a subject or more.
So good. Can I say something that I'm embarrassed to say, but I'm not that way anymore? I am such a reader now because
Welcome aboard.
thank you, my friend, because you learn things. And when I was younger, I didn't think that nobody could teach me anything. But the best thing that someone told me that really just stuck into me, they said, who you become and the next 10 years is who you hang around and what you read. And for me, even though it was so simple, it was such like an epiphany, like,
Yeah.
so I started reading, and what do you know? I started learning. So I started being better at educating people and myself as well, you know?
I've been lucky in more ways than many because I've always been a reader. My
Yeah,
mother and
that's
father instilled
wonderful.
reading. They'd take us to the library down in West End because I lived in
Yeah,
Greentree, the
yeah.
Carnegie Library down there, 5 minutes from home. We'd
That's
get books
awesome.
every Saturday. So, I mean, it was
That's
good stuff.
awesome.
But then I didn't go to college,
Mm-hmm.
so I figured I'd educate myself by reading.
Yeah,
I'd go to libraries, just wander around picking out books.
that's great.
And it's helped me. And
Yeah.
with as far as people, a lot of the negative Nellies and Neds, I cut them loose.
So
They don't
that's
need
what
to
you got to
be around.
be.
They suck the life out
That's
of you.
right.
We'll stay positive
That's
here.
right.
Keep watching Healthier, Happier You.
Yes,
for
we'll give you
positivity.
good, yes. I feel that, you know, physiologically and just genetically, we are hunter and gatherers. And we wrote a bunch of different things, so you're going to just see me doing little checks just so I can give you guys as much information as we can.
Check away.
But check away. Thank you, my friend. So back in the way back.
A couple years ago.
A few years ago, you know. Hunter and gatherers, what does that mean to us? When people think that, do people are like, what does that? Like, do I
think
hunt
about
at Whole
cavemen.
Foods or something?
I think about cavemen.
Yes.
And cave
yes.
women.
Yes.
That's what I
They
think.
had to go, we couldn't like go to Whole Foods, y'all, and like get our, wild caught fish. You wild caught the fish yourself in the stream, you had to do that. So I think going back to our opinion, this is just our opinions, going back to that time, that's the way we started.
It's like the beginning.
Yeah, so
How
why
did men
wouldn't...
and women live,
Yeah.
survive, and thrive?
Yeah, and being able to understand that. And we've just been consuming an agricultural-based diet for maybe almost 500 generations, they were saying, which
Who said we should
crazy.
keep eating grains and not even rotate crops?
Yeah.
And it takes all the
That's so
nutrition out
good.
of them. Look
Yep.
what our diets are about. All
Yep.
these grains.
Absolutely.
And what are they? They're carbs.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah. And again, we're not against carbs. We're against getting your whole foods in, and then getting your nutrients from things that aren't processed. Again, it's not like back in the day whenever, we didn't have to deal with carbs that were processed.
Sure.
We have the brains that we have that studies have shown because of our fat and our protein. And
And you need that.
I really truly believe that we do need that. And again, if you have different ailments, if you have cancer, there are certain things you have to pull away. You shouldn't be eating meat. You shouldn't be eating acidic things. But we're just talking about in general. Like in general, if you're just, wanting to
We're
get
generally
healthy.
having good health.
Yes.
This is what
Yeah.
this will lead you to.
Yeah.
With only a few changes.
Absolutely. And they were talking about that. They said suddenly everyone started eating a carbohydrate diet since the Industrial Revolution. It just so-called happened, and then they started mass producing all this junk that we are just absorbing, which is
Look at all the
insane
processed
to me.
foods and everything else and snacks.
Absolutely.
It's like ridiculous.
It is. You walk into, I always tell people, when you walk into any grocery store, stay on the outer limits, because normally the outer limits are your fresh meat, your veggies, and everything in is your cold, is your processed, and
Good
there's
tip.
tons of things. You're
Repeat
shopping
that tip for the folks.
when y'all shop around the outer limits of the grocery store. Normally, how they're designed that way. And it's good food, y'all. It's just good food. And it's better for you. And if we have the wisdom to understand and to empower us what we need, then that's wisdom, and that's education, and that's knowledge. And if you just go back to the fundamentals, what is good food? It's so easy. It's veggies, it's meat, it's fats. If you want to vegetarian, you still have your fat. It's whatever you choose.
Sure. Have
just
nuts.
being able,
Eat
yeah,
nuts.
go to town. You know what I mean?
Get some olive oil.
Exactly. So I guess whenever I say what is a whole food is something that hasn't been refined or processed.
Sure.
It's as simple as if someone's saying, well, what is a whole food? Well, if you look at it, if it's whole and it was there when it was dug out of the ground, whole food. If it's gone through the slightest bit of processing, it's processed.
Sure.
No matter how you shake a baker to look at it, it is what it is, you know?
Very simple.
It is. And I just feel that the lifestyle, a no-fat diet is wrong because growing up, my mom always struggled with weight. And it was extreme weight gain, and then she would lose it for an event, which was the wrong mindset. You don't want to lose it for an event because once the event is gone, then you're back to life.
Sure.
You want to do it to be well and feel well. But growing up, I was in a family where the veggies were in a can. Nothing was fresh.
Sure,
You
it's all
know, we're buttered noodles and just halupki and just different types of things
Oh,
that
I
were
like
very
that.
which is great, but you could do it healthy, but it wasn't too healthy the way we were making it. But it's just having the understanding that no fat. So I walked in the house and everything was no fat butter, no fat
You name it.
Yeah, some of the things, and it's absolutely crazy, all because no fat is literally plastic. It's junk in it. I would rather eat someone full fat, healthy, untouched, unrefined food than you get something with a slice of cheese that's gone through a process that they put food coloring, dye, additives.
Because it's artificial.
Absolutely.
And that's the problem.
Absolutely.
It's been processed, it's artificial, and it's not good for you or your body because
Yeah.
your body can't handle that.
Agreed. And granted, there are healthy fats and bad fats. That's what we want to teach y'all is like the healthy fats are a good thing.
Sure.
And to stay away from the low-fat products, the processed, the genetically modified.
Especially those genetically
Well,
modified.
let's talk about like genetically modified. When you think of something modified, a lot of people think, how about this? If something has to tell y'all how good and how many nutrients it is and how organic it is on the box, it's probably not that organic and just nutritious for you.
Because why would you have to tell somebody?
Exactly. If you're looking at a piece of broccoli, you're like, I know you broccoli. I know you good for me. But whenever you're looking at something else that just isn't good in a box and they're telling you there's all these vitamins in it, I don't care what you shot
Forget
in
it. Move on.
Forget about it. Yeah, exactly. So that's what we want to talk about. And added sugar is in everything. So sugar.
Well, look at the corn syrup.
Yes.
They put it in there. Then they say modified corn syrup.
Yes.
Then they have other
Fructose.
derivatives. Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, gosh darn, how many types of sugar is there? A gazillion, and they'll trickery
and it's in all of our
bamboozle you.
food.
It
Yeah.
is. It's in everything. When you go to Pizza Huts and then meat. When you go to McDonald's and you get those unhealthy fries, they sprinkle with sugar and salt. The
Well,
fries.
even look at pasta sauce.
Yeah. Oh, sugar.
Try to find
Sugar,
something
sugar,
that's
sugar.
low in sugar.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
It's rare.
It's very rare. It's very rare. So it's really understanding your macros, your fats, your proteins, your carbs, understanding the whole picture and learning what that is and trying to not be like drill sergeant, but knowing how much sugar's in your body. And for me, I do use MyFitnessPal because I like to know where I am with carbs,
Good
where
for
I am
you.
with, because I love
You're in tune with it, so
I am.
you do.
And ideally, like, I'm going to be real. Like, if you give me a piece of sugar, it's like crack. I would like to eat the whole bag. So I have to, in moderation, and I want to choose as healthy as possible for me.
What about chocolate or something?
Okay, that's a great topic.
Because you can have chocolate that's not high in sugar.
You can. Do you have a certain, I have a certain brand that I love. It's Theo. It's fair trade. I do dark chocolate. I don't do milk chocolate because there really is no benefit to that because it is more highly processed. But I do 70% Theo dark chocolate. Whole Foods or Vitacost. Whole Foods sometimes has a 2 for $5. And they infuse it with coconut,
Nice.
like coconut flakes. I love coconut, the cayenne pepper and dark chocolate.
Well, I'm a huge fan of coconut oil, virgin coconut oil.
We know you still have that on your whole body.
No, just a tablespoon every day.
And you use a moisturizer, don't you?
Well, every
Yeah,
once
use
in a
some
while,
moisturizer.
sure.
Yeah, it's a
Because
good
with this
thing.
tan, I have to.
You got to keep it
Yeah.
moist, your skin. Yeah, so it's a very good. Those are good things. Those are definitely
Yes.
good things. And as far as things to stay away from, we just wrote a list down for you guys. It's just bread. Wheat is in all frozen dinners. All frozen dinners.
Yeah.
All frozen dinners.
Did you say all frozen dinners?
All frozen dinners.
think I got it.
Cereals. Yes, everything. Cereals, taco seasonings, like even seasonings when you look at, it's binders, it's fillers, it's cheap, so they could put it in there. Mixes, canned soups, salad dressings, anything that you
Sure.
just need just to keep, preserve that though. There's also, I wrote this down, this is interesting, 60,000 products in the supermarket. And out of 60,000, 59 are refined wheat out of the process.
59,000.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that crazy?
That's a large number.
That's a large number. We're just talking about refined processed foods, which is crazy. So I just think that, and we agree that just meat, seafoods, nuts, berries, fruits, eggs have a
Sure.
lot more to offer you.
Avocados.
Yeah. Yeah.
Things like that.
Yeah, have a lot more to offer us. And
That's the whole food concept.
Yep. And we basically said most of them, but we wrote down for you guys, steps to follow, easy to follow. is choose organic when you can. And we're going to go in deeper into organic, if it's organic from Mexico, if it's organic from the U.S., what that means. But that's for another show. We need you to eliminate any processed foods. We told you what processed foods are. Refined grains. Grains are just a different type of processed food.
Sure.
And embrace your healthy fats. Like you said, coconut oil. You said olive oil too.
Yes.
Eggs. You said avocado.
Yes. I hit a few of those.
You did. You did. I do believe in avoiding.
Hence the lifestyle.
Hence, that's right. That's right. Absolutely. I do believe in avoiding dairy, and I know people are going to be like, what? On my free meals, like I will have sugar, I'll have dairy, I'll have different things.
But you can have hard cheeses.
Yes, you want it to be full fat. You want it to be raw. But I'm going to go in and explain to you guys, I mean dairy that you're liquid, that you're pouring.
Sure.
I want to describe to you where it's coming from later on and have you see what you're really drinking.
Well, we only got a few minutes left.
We do, we do. So that's for another show. But just to be able to just stay focused on to be able to do, you know, those good things. But I guess also as well as for our brains too. There's no question their brain can burn glucose.
Yes.
So there's something called mitochondria. It's very, very interesting.
I'm familiar with them.
Yes, I'm familiar with him too. So it's the power of the cells. And it's interesting because it says it specifically aids the function. It helps our cells facilitate the whole host of body functioning from breathing to exercising.
So
That's
in other words, your body will work with the foods to make you healthier, happier.
That's a good one. If you feed it what you're supposed to feed it. So our brains burn fat in our environment. And technically it's called a state of ketosis. There you go, folks. That's where it came from.
Sure.
You know, ketosis, to be able to have that
I've
term.
heard about ketosis for years.
Yeah, me too, but now it's really popular. And that's where the ketosis diet comes from. Lower carbs, higher fat. Instead of using those carbs, refined carbs, sugar, cookies, when you put the sugar in your coffee.
It gives you that sugar high that dissipates.
You just said it. It just, and then it goes down. So with this, you're using the fats that you normally would to tap into that ketosis state. And you're using those healthy fats to be able to help the mitochondria to be able to burn energy for us to be able to walk and talk and think and not have those high, valleys and those peaks that you said.
Keel.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, with fats, they're good fats, folks. Like you said, they're having your avocado, your coconut oil, having your different types of nuts.
Olive oil on top of some of these things.
Yes.
Or even in your salad, vinegar and olive oil.
So easy.
Yeah.
I just do olive oil.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Yep. And I do apple cider Bragg's.
Sure.
Apple cider
You got to
vinegar,
get
and that's it.
good brand of apple
You
cider.
do, because they're refined the strain.
Because some are so processed,
It's
a total waste.
He's totally right. Absolutely right.
I've seen it.
So I guess
Go Bragg's.
Go Bragg's. Yes, we love Bragg's. Yeah, I do. I love them. So the bad fats are the fats that are processed that you cook with, okay? So that's the soybean oil, that's the safflower oil. And people ask me, I don't understand, like soybean and like safflower, that's like really healthy. That's like natural. No. The deal is they use, when you cold press something out, cold press I believe is the best way.
Sure.
Let's just say it's a big sackcloth and it's a big heavy weight that presses it down. When you get a coconut and you press that down, that easily gets the oil out. It's easy. Same thing with olive oil. It's easy. If you try to take a soybean, it's like a dry, and the same thing with safflower. It's not going to press out. They have to go through a refining process to be able to
cooking it.
So that's why you want to stay through those, stay away from those cooking sprays and different things of that. So, your coconut, your olive oil, and believe it or not, your lard. I know you're going to be like, oh, but that's a
Bethany,
fact.
We're almost done with the show. This has been
we
fascinating.
Yeah, we covered a lot.
Every point.
We covered a lot.
Go keto.
Go keto, for sure. We definitely want to encourage you to be able to learn a little bit more. And if you have any questions, chat on our page. We're always on social media.
Yes, healthier, happier you. Bethany Monacovo, thank you very much for all the information and coming back from your hiatus.
Yes.
This is Al Levine, the Talking Machine. We'll see you again next month.